We're in Vietnam, more precisely Saigon. The urban picture is characterized by the Vietnamese preferred means of transport. Each month the chaotic traffic claims no less than 1,200 lives. In December 2007, a law made it obligatory to wear a crash helmet, a modest demand that saved 200 lives during the first month alone. This is a far cry from our Western demands for safety, but it was the first step in the right direction. Seen through Western eyes, conditions in the developing countries regarding the working environment have been problematic for many years. Danish company managers stationed in Vietnam have often experienced indefensible production conditions when they arrived at local companies.
When we started here in 2004 as an extremely small company with only 3 employees, since then we have made a lot of improvements. I know we're only 23 people now, but we have changed almost everything here because the working conditions when we came was very, very bad.
The working environment at Scancom Furniture Factory was also previously unsatisfactory.
If we take as an example coating of metal furniture, steel furniture, we have up to now barely been living up to the European standard because we had people standing there in protected shoes, but in 40 degrees sometime and dipping furnitures into the powder paint. Now we have invested in a new coating machine where all that has been automated. So even so, the labor is cheap. Of course, it's very important that we also there think about what can be done to protect them and automate wherever possible.
But demands on the working environment have become more rigorous. Western companies now expect socially responsible production from their subcontractors. CSR, corporate social responsibility, has become an indispensable requirement. Production must live up to international standards, and in a globalized world, it doesn't matter where production takes place.
The fact that we are manufacturing in Vietnam doesn't change anything in relation to our customers. They are all very demanding that we fulfill all CSR criteria. That means environmental and human resource. All these issues are very, very important for our customers in Europe and in America.
The demands we have from the Vietnamese authorities that we have to live up to certain standards is absolutely not difficult, especially because we're a Danish company. So we have certain norms which we brought from Denmark and implemented here.
But the new CSR requirements may be difficult to fulfill for Vietnamese companies, as this shipyard experienced in connection with collaborating with Danida.
We have our regulation for the working environment and working safety for the workers here, but it seemed not to be enough. We were requested to implement the project with a working environment, and of course we have many difficulties from the first time to implement it. We confronted many difficulties, and it takes us a lot of time. Let's take an example. We have to create or to train and teach the workers who have the awareness of the protection of their environment and protecting themselves.
Other local companies have also realized that CSR requirements mean implementing a completely new working culture.
First time we don't think working environment is important. We can see in the policing area we have just improved for working. Before that is the bad place in my company, very dirty, hot. And the worker don't want to work. So now we improve it, and you can feel when you in that room, it's comfortable. And this year we will make the roof to reduce temperature and prevent the noisy.
We step by step to improve the working condition and living condition for the worker. We build the canteen, the new canteen, very clean. Now we are building the hostel for the worker.
CSR requirements improve the working environment, but they also mean extra expenses, and this may present companies with a problem.
We need the budget to equip the protection equipment and also the devices to control, to ensure that it is working. And the most difficult in any countries from company from the beginning is, we can say that the equipment and it attached to the funding of the company.
Yes, very expensive, but the Danida support us the 90%.
But corporate social responsibility is becoming an integral part of company thinking and is also an investment in the future.
A good working environment is help us to improve our capacity to make the products, and I think worker they need to have a good condition to working.
If I should give one example of the benefit of having for the company, for Scancom, in having CSR and living up to the standards, the best example is a company that we have tried to serve in England for many years, but without success. All of a sudden they came to Scancom because they have heard that we were the one that could guarantee them that all the wood that we were using were certified and that we were living up to the CSR standards. So we see more and more that companies, customers are putting these requirements on us as the manufacturer and supplier of outdoor furniture.
We have a lot of benefits. The workers stay longer. Some of them even ask if they can stay in the company, because it's actually nicer here than in their home.
Without having CSR under control, we could never serve the very critical customers that we are serving in Europe. And we don't see it as a problem. We see it as simply a way of conducting business. We could not survive if we were not having a CSR policy, that's for sure.
Legislation and requirements are necessary for competitiveness. CSR has already had a tangible effect. And even though there's still a long way to go to meet our Western safety demands, a step in the right direction has been taken.